这都是什么画面呀？我可没穿过这样的衣服，绝对没有啊，绝对没有啊
！I can't sleep. Another night? Minna? It's you. Should I call you or you all? I still don't understand. But even if we are such beings that can observe the fourth wall in reverse, we can't see what you look like. What you look like in our eyes is actually a collective of consciousnesses. It's like a cloud of smoke with countless faces popping out. The toes on fake people. That's a good way to describe it. Is it day or night over there? There must be some who have insomnia like me. But I think, when you see me now, the picture you see is already an image of the past. What for you, it's happening in real time. I said a lot of strange things, please don't mind. But since the opportunity is rare, why not chat with me? How about chatting about myself? Although I don't think my story takes anything remarkable. After all, I don't intend to make money or sympathy from it. But you're curious, aren't you? Your pursuit of stories will one day lead you to doom. Just kidding. I mentioned to you in my recent story that my early experience was not much different from that of the real tales. But unlike him, my setting, or rather my story, is clearer. I had parents. They were researchers stationed at a space station. In a corner of the vast and boundless space, they conceived and gave birth to me. Very romantic, right? I was in space from fertilized egg to birth. I guess that's why I have two tails. Unfortunately, this is at best the beginning of misery for me. Some of you have seen the file that Alaya-vijñāna gave me a note on, right? I don't really want to mention this. But later, when I was a little over a year old, my parents died, along with the space station buried in flames. Because of some dirty political struggles, innocent researchers became scapegoats. And I was the only survivor who landed on the ground from the space station. Oh, what could I do? I was just a little over a year-old fox kid. Yeah, I have two tails, but well, you know, having two tails doesn't make people amazed, it just makes people treat me as a freak. And after that, there was abuse, discrimination, and even being beaten by others. One time it set fire to my tail. Jeez, that almost killed me. I don't have split personalities, nor do I forget my previous iterations' memories like Kenai does. This means that I can never completely get off the past. For you, this is my setting. For me, this is my story. If I forget these stories, I'm not me anymore, so I can only carry them on and live. But that makes me very miserable, because remembering these experiences, I have no hope for life left. I'm actually very cold-blooded. This cold-blooded stems from indifference to life itself, a kind of self-destructive indifference. Whether it's other people's lives or my own life, life itself is suffering. I can never get rid of this idea, even now. That's why I always say that I'm not and can never become the real Tails. I don't have his optimism or kindness. I'm a Tails who never wants to grow up. I'm also a Tails who wants to stick to someone he trusts forever. Of course, don't forget the most important point. I'm a Tails who loves Sonic. I don't care what others think. I just fell in love with Sonic, and I will never be ashamed of this, nor will I regret it for a moment. If it weren't for Sonic, I would have hanged myself in despair. You may not be able to understand this feeling of breaking down at the last straw and having a pair of warm hands pull you back from the brink of death. I'm different from the real Tails. I was too desperate to exhaustion. I couldn't take any more. But Sonic, he was like sunlight piercing through the darkness. Warm, dazzling, comforting. He saved my life and he saved my heart. From being pulled back from the edge of death by him, my heart was no longer beating for myself but for him. From then on I fell in love with Sonic. Whether he loves me or not, I will dedicate my life to him unconditionally. Of course, the story in the middle got a little better for a while. After some things, Sonic actually confessed to me, which really scared me. I thought he was the type of steel straight man. But I became Sonic's girlfriend, maybe boyfriend, but I guess the title of girlfriend suits me better. I'm very proud of this. I will always proudly declare I am Sonic's lover. Some of you might think you're not the real Tails. What's there to be proud of? The real Tails wouldn't be gay. I don't deny that. But I'm also existent. My story is also existent. Just because I'm a parallel universe Tails, do I not have the right to love? What did I do wrong? I didn't do anything wrong. Of course, I also understand that no matter what I did or didn't do, there will always be people who criticize me. I didn't do anything wrong when I was a kid, rummaging through trash cans for food all day, sleeping on the streets, and still being beaten by people grabbing my tail. So I didn't really expect you to understand me. After all, this is how the world works. And my happiness didn't last long either. It shattered into pieces of glass. My home planet is called Mobius. It's not round, but a rare Mobius ring shape. You know what a Mobius strip is? Connect the front and back of a strip of paper together, and it will become an infinite loop with only one side. But there's a reason why most of the celestial bodies in the universe are round or symmetrical. The three-dimensional universe itself necessarily needs to rotate around the cosmic center. And the planets at the cosmic center will affect the operation of the universe. I guess you guessed it. My home planet, Mobius, is the center of the universe. But my home planet is not spherical, but an infinite ring of Mobius. This causes the universe itself to gradually twist into the shape of a Mobius strip. You might think that's not fatal. No, it's not like that. The universe usually has two disjoint sides. One is positive matter and the other is negative matter. Positive and negative matter intersecting will cause annihilation. So they are usually on sides that won't intersect, because the universe won't kill itself. But once the universe is twisted into a Mobius strip, an accident happens. The Mobius strip will reduce the two sides to one side. This means that positive and negative matter will be on the same side. From the moment positive and negative matter intersected, the structure of the universe collapsed. After that, everything was gone. Just because of such a cosmic-level hell joke, my universe was annihilated. We tried to build an ark to escape the universe, but the ark couldn't fit everyone. For this reason, my friends and I had a fight. Sonic also had a fight with me. He thought it didn't matter if I betrayed him. What? I betrayed everyone. And it turned out we were too naive. Ark was hit repeatedly as it broke out of the annihilation stream of positive and negative matter. My companions sacrificed themselves one by one to save the Ark. He being Eggman, Dr. Robotnik. The last one to sacrifice himself was Sonic. When he realized that the Ark couldn't cross the final boundary, he pushed me into the main cannon barrel and used his last speed to form recoil force to start the main cannon and push me out of the universe. I died in this process. The pressure that even the Ark couldn't withstand, how could I withstand it? But this is where this hell joke gets interesting. I can't die. As long as there's one player, I will never die. When I'm in a situation where I have to die, I'll resurrect in a safe place. So I resurrected outside the universe. After that, my universe was completely destroyed. I didn't even have time to say goodbye to Sonic before the universe collapsed completely. No one survived. I'm not alive anymore either, just a walking corpse kept alive by Paracolossal energy. The universe carries an individual's past, present, and future. The individual is only a part of the universe. Existence itself is an invisible whole. Each individual is just a different wave emitted by one of the strings of this whole. I'm just an ordinary fox, Once my universe collapses, I'll disappear with it too. The only reason I didn't die was because of the Paracausal law of two-player immortality constantly repairing my dead.
But without Sonic, I won't be able to live much longer.
But it doesn't matter anymore, right? Dead or alive. That's what I thought at the time. After all, Sonic was dead, and I had no intention of living on. Everything I had was given by Sonic, my life shown because of Sonic. Without Sonic, what's the point of living alone?
You probably know what happened next.
My universe happened to be next to Ni's universe, and I ran into Ni, who had a similar experience to me.
She saved me and told me that it wasn't over yet. It's hard to trust a stranger, especially for me.
Well, when I asked her how I could believe that what she said was true, and I just said, because I want a companion.
Just such a simple, plain reason. Selfish but sincere. As Ni saved me with her Paracausal energy, becoming my new con-player, I knew she wasn't lying.
It wasn't over yet. Sonic might really come back to me.
The future is an unknown road, but to save my friends, to save Sonic, to save my beloved, I have to try once.
Even if I don't succeed, at least I'll have a clear conscience when we meet in heaven. At least I can claim without shame that I didn't betray everyone. Sonic is gone for now. It's up to me now. I'm last flame, the final voice. I'm the last word of my universe. Although that's the case, I was still very depressed for a while. After all, no one knows how long the future will be. And she was like Sonic, encouraging and accompanying me.
We crossed the endless and dazzling ascendant plane. Crossed the dark and chaotic taken blight of chaos and disorder. You must be curious about my relationship with Ni. Our relationship is more, well, complicated.
In my story, there are two people who gave me hope for a way out. The first one is Sonic. The second one is Ni.
Yeah, I know fidelity is a human pursuit. I'm not sure what Ni means to me either. Of course, and I can't replace Sonic's position. But on the other hand, it's the same. They both gave me life again. Ugh.
Since I fell in love with Sonic because of this, it also proves that I might also, fall in love with Ni because of this.
So I guess I do like Ni. This is a fact that won't change because of human-made concepts like morality.
The only thing I can swear is that I'm not a promiscuous person.
Sonic and Ni, their bonds with me are more complex and profound than you think.
And as for what I think of Ni, she's a bit careless and a bit hinty girl.
She really shows her weak side in front of me. She has all the qualities of a warrior should have.
But I know her pain and sadness are no less than mine.
She lost her love just like me, but still showed a strong attitude in front of me, comforting me and enlightening me when I was in pain.
Although she said she and Sonic weren't alike, but for me, they treated me almost the same way.
In such a vast comic-verse, two people with similar experiences can meet and hug each other, lick each other's wounds. How romantic it is. There's no better way to spark love between two people than this. I still have some guilt feelings, but I won't deny my feelings. Whether accepted by worldly morality or not, I like both Sonic and Ni. They are both my important and irreplaceable treasures. They both love me unconditionally, so I will also love them unconditionally.
I'm not really Tails, but that's why I have the freedom to choose who to love. Maybe I was destined to fall in love with them both. Maybe this is my destiny.
テイルス、君が話してたのか。ミスイちゃんがまた花をいじってるのかと思ったよ。まだ寝ないの？
Ni, did I wake you up? Sorry.
いや、大丈夫だよ。さっき壁に向かってスマホで遊んでたし、それに夜もよく眠れないんだ。あ、お前か。二人で話してたの？
Yeah, I talked to them for a bit.
何を話したの？
Secret?
そうか、どうやら女の子にはそれぞれ小さな秘密があるんだね。外に出て座ろうか？
As your wish.
お前はもう来なくていいよ。さっきデイルスと十分話したでしょ？それともデイルス、まだ言いたいことがあるの？
No, I don't have anything else to say. Actually, there wasn't much to say in the first place.
After all, no matter what others say, Mickey my Sonic and has my destiny.
なんで急にそんな感動的なことを言うの？
Anyway, this peeping is over. Next is my secret time with Ni.
See you next time.
对了，安娜酱，多亏了第4面墙后面的人的努力，我现在能说一些正常点的中文了。
あなたがさっき言った中国語をまともな中国語と呼ぶの？せめて普通話を話しなさいよ。
开个玩笑嘛。你看，现在是不是好多了？
要はそれについて保留する。声色の変化がちょっと大きすぎる気がする。
说也是没办法的事情嘛。也许以后我能更像自己一点。
でもどんな声であっても要はあなたが好きだよ。
不要说那么让人害羞的话了。不过机会难得，来念点有意思的东西怎么样？
荒井耳拝聴。
朱思明历久记忆，星夜轻唱过悲鸣。银翼扑朔寻自意，缕缕光辛苦无依。淡漠20足3大，人为马服自为器。若今及此笼中鸟，谁人又于藤外栖？安娜酱，我想我们就是这笼中鸟，对吗？